Hey, welcome. Today I'm going to help you find a good domain name, okay? And what I want you to do first and foremost is bounce on over here to expireddomains.net, okay? And it's free to use, it doesn't cost anything. Set up an account so you can log in, which gives you the advantage of being able to save searches and stuff like that. So this is kind of like this has been like my secret site for a long time that I use to find excellent domain names and get them registered and then own them. So, and this is where I come to brainstorm and find ideas and everything else. So I never start from scratch. I always kind of look at, what's already out there. And finding a good domain name starts with expireddomains.net. What you do is, like I said, go to the site, get logged in, and then go to this deleted.com. Okay, now they aggregate domains from that are, some are for sale. You can kind of put a watch on stuff that's pending delete. But basically, these are all domains that have been dropped. Some of them today. Right now, we're looking at 2.3 million. You can kind of see in here how many drop every day. This is just from today, 2.3 million. So there's quite a few out there, and there's no sense in reinventing the wheel. Now, one thing I will say is a good domain can also just be your name. So like I registered jimshirley.net a while back. And it's good to have that. I've got I've got a bunch of names registered, for family and alternatives of my name like James and stuff like that. So those are ones that you may just want to use your domain name registrar and kind of check and see what's available. But let's kind of look in here for good domains. So I've been doing a lot on this channel about affiliate marketing, and so I've had this domain, Your Internet Lifestyle, for a long time, and that's kind of what I'm doing with it is affiliate marketing stuff. But let's say that you want to do affiliate marketing as well, okay? And that's the reason you're here. You're watching this. You need a good domain. So let's click on .com, and let's go into Show Filter here, and that's going to open up a bunch of tabs which you can use. The more sophisticated you are and the more you know about SEO and stuff like that, the more benefit you can get out of some of these toggles and switches. But we can keep it really simple and still find a great domain, right? And what I'm going to do, let's just type something like affiliate in here, or we could do lifestyle or internet or review, like if you're making a review site. In fact, let's try that. Review. Okay, so the name must contain review, right? And there's even more toggles and switches we can use down here. But the main things I think we want to set if we want a really good domain name is we don't want any numbers in it, and we don't want any hyphens. Let's just keep those settings there. And then the other thing we're going to do, we'll just leave the rest of this as is, okay? We'll go to this additional tab, and then we just want to click that the .com is available, okay? So just tick that box, and then we're good to go. So now you just kind of scroll down the page and say Apply Filter. And that's going to filter down from 2.3 million that are out there down to a much smaller number. Just short of 3,000 domains have the word review in it, right? Okay, so that's still quite a lot. Now you can see they're sorted by when they dropped. So these just became available today. And I believe this is like Greenwich Mean Time, so, but don't quote me on that. And these will go back, you'll see that some are dropped yesterday. It'll go back in time, so that's not terribly important. And you've got all these columns that tell you good information too. So length is a great one, right? So if you're looking for a shorter domain, then you can sort by the length. You can see if the the domain already has backlinks built to it. This can be positive or negative if it has some. So I wouldn't really get too caught up in that. And then you can also see this ACR, this archive.org. So if you're interested in one of these domains, so let's say you are wanting to do an Amazon affiliate site, right? Table saws, and that's what you're going to sell. You can click here on this ACR column and see, okay, there's 22 hits in this. It's going to go to the Wayback Machine, and that allows us to basically take a peek at what the site looked like back in time. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So Wayback Machine doesn't have a picture of everything, that's for sure. But the reason it's important to do this is just to make sure that, you know, if you want to have like a good business site, like you don't necessarily, yeah, okay, here we go. You don't necessarily want to be buying an expired domain that used to have a bunch of like pornographic pictures, or that was selling prescription pills, or, you know, some other obstacle that you're going to have to overcome when it comes to, you know, getting the site ranked in Google and stuff like that. So this looks perfectly clean, right? You know, they basically just reviewed table saws. Perfect. So if that's what you're into, then this might be a pretty darn good domain to get. Okay, so we've checked that out. Now, what you can do is also, you know, star these and basically kind of make like a favorites list, right? So, you know, maybe you're thinking, oh, well, you know, maybe these are your initial JW, you know, and that sounds pretty good. So you're going to star that one. Let's see, how about, yeah. All right, pond review, that might be interesting. You know, there's stuff for just about anything. And of course, you can also add in different words, right? You know, so it doesn't just have to be something so generic. 3,000 domains is way too many to research and look through. So, you know, you'd want to kind of play around with some word combinations in there, just to bring that list size down a little bit. But you kind of get the idea. I won't do too much there. The other thing, so besides checking in this column, the ACR column, and just clicking these links to see on the Wayback Machine what the website looked like, it's also a good idea just to kind of get an idea for you know, how long the domain has been in existence, right? So, you know, this one started 2004. It doesn't really matter if you find the name you like, then, you know, that's fine. But, you know, it can be useful if it's got a little history to adopt. And it looks like, you know, a site that's going to be similar to what you're making, like that table saw reviews. You know, if you're going to make an Amazon affiliate site and sell table saws, then that's a great site. You know, you have this history going back however many years. And in fact, let's resort the list here. And then, you know, you're going to be building a similar site. You know, this person probably just fell off the face of the earth and they don't want to do this anymore, and, you know, whatever. No problem. You're going to build a table saw review site and start selling products via Amazon as an affiliate and making money. So, you know, it helps in the scheme of things that site already had that theme and that kind of content in the past. So anyway, those are good things. And then last but not least, when you're ready to get the one you want to get, then all you have to do, here it is, table saws reviewed. You just click on it. And then what's going to happen is this is going to either open in your registrar that you set up over here in your settings in expireddomain.net. These are in like your personal settings. Or it's going to open in the default domain name registrar like GoDaddy or whoever it is. Okay, so once you click and open it, you know, it doesn't really matter. You don't even have to use their click and open thing. You can just go to whoever you want to use, GoDaddy or
name.com or whoever you buy domains from, and type in the name that you want, and they'll have it available. If expireddomains.net says it's available, then it's available. So you can buy it anywhere. Then what I would say is you just want to, in the registration process here, okay, so I just want this for 1 year. All right, and then here, let's delete this one out of here. All right, so we want 1 year. I do not need an SSL certificate. That's something that is going to be part of your web hosting. Don't need to buy it here. You could do web hosting through your domain provider, but you don't have to. For now, I would say, depending on what you're doing, probably the main thing is just getting the domain reserved. So that's the biggest thing. The only other thing I would point out is they will give you an option to make to have private whois, which basically means, and you do want that. So basically what that means is, if somebody does like an IP lookup, or they look up a whois search on your domain, if it's not private, then basically it just will show the world like, your name and you registered it and when it got registered and stuff. If you do the private one, then it basically just shows the registrar's info in those fields. So, it just is a little privacy thing. And if you can get it free, which internet.bs offers it free, then it's kind of a no-brainer. You should do it. If you have to pay a bunch extra for it, then it may not be worth it. But that's what I would say. Once you've sort of done the selections and got your domain, or 2 or 3, just go ahead and register it, and then you'll be good to go. So after that, you can set name servers and all of that for pointing it to a website and stuff. I'll cover that in a different video, but that is getting a domain name registered. And thanks a lot for joining me. Hey, if you found this helpful, would you please give a thumbs up on this video? And I would love it if you subscribe to my channel. It'd be great to have you. So thanks a lot for being here, and we'll see you next time.